Hey guys, Barbara here. Today I'm going to be making some mozzarella cheese filled breadsticks. Take a look at them. Gorgeous, right? You're watching the Bear Pantry Show.
You're watching the Bear Pantry Show.
The ingredients are very simple. 4.5 cups of bread flour. And you want to use bread flour even though it's expensive. It's like $5 for 5 pounds of bread flour. Thank goodness my sister was kind enough to donate a 50-pound sack to me. Thank you so much, Tracy. She has a YouTube channel too, you know. It's called My Life on the Hill. Go check her out. Anybody who wants to donate to the show, just go ahead and holler at me because I will take donations. Anyways, when I used all-purpose flour, it kind of fell apart. It wasn't as firm as these beautiful breadsticks. Let me show you one of them. I tried the recipe earlier this morning and I made them kind of too fat. So this time around, we're gonna make them a little bit skinnier. We're gonna get 16 instead of 8. You guys catch my drift. You're gonna need 2 cups of warm water from the faucet, a teaspoon of sugar, and a teaspoon of active dry yeast. If you're using the yeast from the packets, you know how they come 3 packets together. 1 packet is about a tablespoon, so it's too much to use the whole packet, okay? Use a teaspoon. It's best for you to buy your yeast by the pound and put it in a glass jar like this, see? I just use like a jelly or jam jar, put it in. Remember I told you guys before, if you put it in plastic, it will like sweat and leak water back into it and mess up your yeast. The glass jars don't do that, all right? You're gonna need some mozzarella cheese, and I got the rectangle kind because I want to cut them to put on the inside. And that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna put any salt inside the dough because we're gonna do stuff with salt. We're gonna be using regular salt and some garlic powder. I don't like to use garlic salt because it has MSG in it, okay? So I'm gonna make my own stuff. Incidentally, if you've switched out from the iodized salt and you're doing sea salt or the pink Himalayan stuff, supplement your diet with some kelp because you need that iodine for something, guys. Let's see, kelp. Kelp. Oh, it's from GNC, don't you know? Kelp. Just one a day, you'll be fine. Little tip from me to you. Anyways, let's get started into the making of this wonderful breadstick. Let's start by activating the yeast. 1 teaspoon of active dry yeast, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and I'm just adding this to 2 cups of hot water from the faucet. Get it as hot as you can, okay? I'm going to give it a stir and let it sit here for about 8 to 10 minutes. Then this is what it looks like when it's ready. It'll foam up. Now it's time for me to add it to my flour. Let me make a well, and I'm just going to pour the liquid a little bit at a time and just get it worked in until we form a dough. Now, bread flour feels a lot different than all-purpose flour. It feels like it has more elasticity to it. Now it's time for the countertop. Let me just go ahead and roll it in my flour here, get everything off my fingers. And by the way, I always wash and scrub my hands clean before I start kneading, okay? Even if I'm just making this stuff for myself or for my family. Now when we get it to a smooth ball where all the air is worked out, just cover it up like this for 1 hour. 1 hour later, it's time to get it out, and it's so heavy. This dough is so heavy, okay? And now let me get everything so we can knead again some more. We want to get all the air out. And let me go ahead and get the spices ready that's going to go on top. This is a couple of tablespoons of butter, teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of garlic powder, and a heaping teaspoon of parsley. This is the easiest way that I know how to get 16 equal pieces when you don't own a kitchen scale. Cut them into quarters first, and then 8ths, and then 16ths. Alright guys, so I use the rolling pin to flatten it out. Put the piece of cheese, and then you want to seal it so it doesn't leak. Does not look beautiful? And I got 15 more to go. But let me dress this so you guys can see. After I roll them off, I set them to bake at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 25 minutes. So I'm going to be trying this one because it's crispy. It has the spice on the back and on the front. Let's try. Had to swallow that last bite. I'm going to be like Oprah. I love bread. Bread. Give me more bread. You guys try this, okay? It goes well for a snack, like when you're watching a movie. I'm sure it'll go well with spaghetti. Just about anything that you're making that involves bread, okay? This is so awesome. Very simple to make. Use the bread flour like I told you guys. Put the dressing. The dressing really sets it off because we don't have any salt on the inside. So the dressing part of it is what makes, or the seasonings is what makes it so salty, okay? I want to thank you guys so much for watching the show, for hitting the thumbs up, for sharing, and for commenting below. And also, thank you for checking out my website. I just rebuilt my website using WordPress. This is the first time I've used WordPress, so you know I went through some stress. I only have 3 things there for sale right now, which are the books. Jada's book, my book about weight loss and stuff, and the other book, Beans and Rice and Jesus Christ, of course. Thanks, guys. Until I see you again, take care.